You slept a full night last night. So why did you wake up, sore jaw tight, teeth tender, shoulders up around your ears like somebody who spent those 8 hours in a fight? Maybe your dentist has already handed you an answer. A small piece of molded plastic in a case by the bathroom sink, built to keep your own jaw from cracking your own teeth in the dark. Stay with that object for a second. It exists because between lights out and the alarm, there is a fight and both people in it are you. And there is one thing no one in that dentist's office will tell you. The night takes different people to different places. Where it takes you is decided by whatever you are still holding when you close your eyes. Tonight, a few hours from now, that fight is on the schedule again. Before the light goes off, I want you to know what it's about because a fight you understand is a fight that can finally end. Part 1. You wake up like you lost a fight. Some mornings you know the score before the alarm finishes ringing. Whatever happened in those 8 hours, you lost. You do the math before your eyes are fully open. In bed by 11, alarm at 7, 8 hours you counted them going in, and here they all are, spent. And the tiredness walked out the other side of all 8 without a scratch on it. Your jaw aches low near the ear. Your shoulders are sitting somewhere up around your ears already. The day hasn't asked a single thing of you yet, and you're looking for somewhere to put it down. Your last 5 minutes of the day decide where you spend the next 8 hours. I'm going to leave that sentence right there, unexplained, because it doesn't need context yet, it needs the rest of tonight. What it means will arrive on its own. What I want to talk about first is the story you've been telling yourself about these mornings, because I've heard every version of it, and every version blames you. I'm just lazy, I'm getting old. I'm just not a morning person anymore. Something's wrong with me. You've typed vitamin names into a search bar at your desk at 2 in the afternoon. You've apologized for it so many times it's become a kind of greeting. Sorry, I'm exhausted today, said with a small laugh, so nobody worries. You've blamed the mattress. Some of you bought a new one, the kind with the 100-night trial, and slept all 100 nights on it, and woke up on the 101st morning exactly as wrecked as you were on the first. I lost this fight for years myself, and I remember the exact morning I started keeping score. A February, 20-7, standing at my kitchen counter with coffee going cold in my hand, running the arithmetic one more time, 8 full hours. I had counted them and saying out loud, to an empty kitchen, what is wrong with me? And I had quietly started to believe the answer was something permanent. So let me say to you what I would go back and say to that man at the counter. Look at the evidence you wake up with. Laziness sleeps in. Laziness lies slack and heavy and lets the night roll right over it. You wake up sore. You wake up with a jaw that has been clamped for hours and a back that held its brace from lights out to alarm, and that is the body of somebody who has been working. You put in a full shift last night. The shame you've been carrying belongs to a story where you did nothing, and your own body reports every single morning that you did a great deal. The only question left is what and where. That question has an answer, and tonight we're going to follow it to where the fight ends. You've been waking up full of evidence for years and letting it go to waste. Time to start collecting. Tomorrow morning, before you sit up while you're still lying there, before the day gets its hands on you, notice whether your jaw is sore. That's the whole task. Don't stretch it, don't fix it, don't judge it. Just notice, and keep what you noticed. Fighters check themselves for marks the morning after. It's how they learn what kind of night it was. And once you start checking, you'll find what I found. The mornings differ. Same bed, same hours. Some mornings you're only dented, and some mornings you're gone. The 8 hours are the one part that never changes, so the difference is coming from somewhere else entirely. It's coming from where you spent them. Part 2. You don't get to pick where you land. 2 houses on the same street go dark at the same hour, and by morning the people inside them have come back from 2 different places. We talk about sleep as if it were a parking spot. You pull in at night, you pull out at 7, and the car just sat there in between. Your body knows better. Sleep is a distance traveled. Every night you leave, you go somewhere, and you come back, and where you went decides what you come back as. Years ago, I worked in an office with 2 men whose schedules matched almost to the minute. Same badge and time, same desks, 20 feet apart, same hour home. One of them arrived every morning like a man who had been somewhere good, easy in the shoulders, patient before his coffee had even finished brewing. The other arrived like a man who had been robbed overnight, gray around the eyes, careful with his words, holding his temper with both hands by 10 a.m. And here is the detail I have never forgotten. The second man tracked his sleep. He wore one of those watches that scores your night, and he would hold it up, genuinely baffled, because the watch kept telling him the night had gone fine. The hours were all there. The watch was counting hours. Nobody had taught it to ask where he had spent them. Because the night has destinations, and you felt this yourself, even without a word for it. Some mornings you surface slowly from somewhere deep, and there is a half second before your own name, before the date, a half second of just being here, clean and quiet. You came up from deep water, and deep water is where the repair happens. Other mornings you wake at the shallow end, and you know you never really left. You floated all night just under the surface of the day, close enough to hear it, and every worry only had to reach down a few inches to touch you. And the boarding happens at lights out. Whatever you are still holding when you close your eyes, the argument still running its laps, the number you keep re-adding, the conversation you are still winning in your head that comes with you. There is no counter where the night collects it from you at the door. It takes you as you arrive. Two men, the same 8 hours, one of them ended his day before he closed his eyes, and the other carried his day in whole, still lit, still going. The hours match. The destinations never will. So tonight, when you get into bed, do one small thing for me. Name to yourself the last thing you looked at before the light went off. That's all. No changing it, no grading it, no promising to do better. Just name it. Plainly, the last thing I looked at was this, because the last thing you look at is very often the first thing you carry, and you are about to find out what has been riding along with you, night after night, for years. Now, I told you the fight leaves marks, and I told you the mornings are evidence, but there is harder proof than a sore jaw proof you can hold in your hand, proof somebody measured and billed for. Dentists all over this country have been selling it. Here is how one ends up in a person's life. Part 3. The Night Guard. Every night before bed, in a house I know well, a man takes a small plastic case down from beside the toothpaste and fits its contents over his own teeth. That case holds the most honest object in the house, and I want to tell you how it got there. He didn't go looking for it. A molar cracked on him last winter on a piece of soft bread, of all things, and he sat in the chair expecting a lecture about flossing. Instead, the dentist looked in his mouth for a long moment and asked how he'd been sleeping. Then she showed him the wear on his teeth, flat places where there used to be edges, and told him what his jaw had been doing while he was gone. Clamping down and grinding, night after night, hard enough to crack a tooth from the inside of his own head. She was kind, and she was thorough. She measured his bite, she took impressions. She walked him through the estimate on a printed sheet. The crown alone cost more than his car payment that month. And she fitted him for a night guard, several $100s for a piece of molded plastic, whose entire job is to stand between him and himself at 3 in the morning. He wears it every night now, and it works. The teeth are safe. And in that whole careful appointment, one question never came up from anyone in the room. What is the fight about? The dentist can save the tooth. The fight was never hers to end. That little case on the sink is evidence molded to the exact shape of his bite, proof that the fight is real. Real enough that somebody measured it and built equipment for it. And dentists will tell you plainly that they have been building a lot more of it since 2020. More grinding, more cracked teeth, more flat places where edges used to be. The waiting rooms are filling up with people who are winning at daylight and losing at night. Maybe one of them is you. So let me tell you what your body is actually doing in those hours you believe you are resting. Somewhere past midnight, the day comes back. The argument you thought you'd set down reopens and runs again, and this time you say the thing you didn't say, and your jaw clamps down on it. The number you've been dreading gets recalculated, over and over, and your shoulders brace as if the weight were physical, because to your body it is. Your fists close on the sheet. Your heart picks up over something that ended hours ago. Every load you set down at 11 gets picked back up at 2, and it's you doing the lifting. Both sides of it, the one holding on and the one trying to let go. 8 hours of that, and of course the morning feels like a fight. It was one. Now read that evidence again, gently, because it says something kinder than you think. All those mornings you dragged yourself up ashamed, tired after a full night, short with people you loved before 9, quietly wondering what is wrong with you. The answer was sitting in your jaw the whole time. Your body has been sending you the same message every single night in a language nobody ever taught you to read. The soreness is the morning mail. The grinding is the handwriting. It has been writing to you faithfully for years, and a message like that keeps arriving until somebody finally reads it. Tonight you can send the first reply, and it is small. Take the last 10 minutes before bed with the overhead light off and one lamp on. That's all. One lamp, low and warm, and the last 10 minutes of your evening lived inside that light. The overhead light is noon. It tells every muscle in your body that the day is still going, that there is still work, still watchfulness. Lamplight is evening. It gives the fighter in you the first signal it may have had in years. The day is actually over, and you can stand down while the lights are still on. Because the jaw is only where the fight leaves marks. You went to bed carrying the whole day, the argument, the number, the thing you keep rehearsing, and the night has one rule: it never breaks. For anyone, what you carry down, you sink to. Let me show you what that means. Part 4. What you carry down, you sink to. It means the night runs on one law, and the law is weight. You've seen a loaded pickup on the highway. You don't need to see over the tailgate to know it's hauling. The whole truck rides low. The springs sit flat, the back end hangs a few inches off the road. Weight tells on a body. And when you lie down at night, the night reads you exactly the way you read that truck, by how low you're riding. Nobody opens the load. The load answers for itself. Here is what the riding low costs you. Deep in the night, your body has an overhaul scheduled, heart rate down, muscles finally slack, the day's damage getting patched while you are too far under to interfere. That deep stretch is where rest actually lives. Everything above it is lying still with your eyes closed. And a body that goes down carrying doesn't reach it. A braced body stays shallow on purpose because some part of you refuses to go off duty. The jaw stays tight because the argument feels unfinished. The heart stays up because the number is still unsolved. And as long as any of it stays open, you hover where the repair can't happen. 8 hours pass. The overhaul never starts. And in the morning you are hollow in that particular way you could never explain because you attended the entire night and received none of it. Now you can hear the sentence from the beginning of tonight the way I meant it. Your last 5 minutes of the day decide where you spend the next 8 hours. Those 5 minutes before bed are the way station. Whatever is still on the truck when you roll past the bedroom door is on the truck until morning. I'll tell you plainly what I believe. After years of watching this in myself and in people I love, most of what this country calls bad sleep is unfinished business showing up on schedule. The bill you left open on the second monitor at 11, the screen still glowing in a dark room. When you walked away, that bill came to bed with you. Open is open. The group chat still going at midnight came too. Every unanswered thread of it. The argument you walked out of, instead of ending, it kept your seat warm and waited for the lights to go off. None of these things stay where you leave them. They stay where you are. So here is what I want from you, and it costs 3 nights. For the next 3 nights, finish any argument and any bill before the bedroom. And hear me on what finish means, because I'm using it generously. Sometimes finishing is solving, and sometimes finishing is standing at the bedroom door and saying, out loud, not tonight. Say it to the argument. Say it to the number. Say it to the thread. Out loud matters. Your body has spent years listening for a bell that means the round is over, and those 2 words, spoken where your own ears can hear them, ring it. 3 nights. The door becomes a line the day can't cross. Then watch what your mornings do. Most of you will feel the change inside those 3 nights. But some of you have been riding low for far longer than 3 nights, for months, maybe years, and I have not forgotten you. The next part is yours, and I'm going to walk into it gently. Part 5. The morning that is already gone. Months of heavy landings change a person, and I want to describe that person carefully, because there is a good chance you'll recognize the face. It's the person who stopped saying I'm tired out loud, because they ran out of new ways to say it and the old ways stopped getting answers. Tired past explaining. Tired as a place of residence. They set the coffee maker the night before, the way a surgeon lays out instruments, and the first cup is gone before anyone else in the house is awake, and it never reaches the tiredness. The tiredness lives below where coffee goes. By 8:40, they have already been short with somebody they love. The kid asked an ordinary question at the worst possible second. Kids are champions at that, and the answer came out with an edge on it. And now there's a small silence in the car, and a hand gripping the wheel, and the same quiet math, That wasn't me. Where did that come from? It came from the night. That edge is what carried down exhaustion sounds like the moment it gets asked for one more thing. By 9, the day is already gone. They sit in the parking lot outside, work with a hand on the door, gathering something they can't name before they go in. Whatever plan the day had died around 8:15. The plan now is to reach the evening. And the weekends go the same way, the Sunday that was going to be for the garage or the garden, or blessedly nothing at all, gets fed whole to recovery. That's the arithmetic down here. The days are spent paying for the nights, and the quietest cost is the one nobody from outside can see. They are losing track of what they want. Ask this person what they'd do with a free afternoon and watch their face. The answer used to be instant. There used to be a list. The list has gone silent, and somewhere in them that is more frightening than the tiredness itself, though they would never say so out loud. The man with the night guard lived down here for 2 years before that winter. His teeth were the least of what those years took. Now hear how I'm saying all of this, because there is no scolding anywhere in it. This person is running a body on skipped overhauls at a depth willpower can't reach. Anybody carried to the bottom night after night for months would wear this same face. If it's your face, then every one of those mornings, you got up anyway. You made the coffee, you drove the kid, you walked in from the parking lot. You have been fighting an invisible opponent to a draw for a very long time, and I'd rather call that what it is, strength that never once got counted. So the small thing I'll ask down here is the smallest one of the whole evening, and that is deliberate down here, small as what's honest. This week, on the worst morning you'll know it when it arrives, sit on the edge of the bed and take one full breath before you stand. All the way in, all the way out, still sitting on the edge. That breath is a fence post. It marks the one piece of the morning that belonged to you, and territory gets taken back exactly this way, one post at a time. And I have saved something, deliberately, for now. The bottom has one more feature, the one people fear most. Down here is where the nightmares live. And the strangest, kindest thing I know about the night is what those nightmares are actually doing. Part 6. Your nightmare is on your side. At 3 in the morning, you sit straight up with your heart slamming, the dream still wet on you, and every instinct you own says the night just turned on you. You've believed that your whole life. Most of us were raised into it a nightmare as proof that even sleep has stopped being safe. So you learn to fear the dark hours twice, once for the tiredness and once for the dreams. If you have been down where the last part lives, you know the nights get stranger and darker there, and it feels like one more thing going wrong. So I want to say the turn slowly, because it is the hinge of everything tonight. The nightmare is the night doing maintenance. Of all the hours you spend asleep, the frightening ones are the ones most loyal to you. That dream was working on your behalf. A sleep researcher named Rosalind Cartwright spent years on a question most scientists wouldn't sit still for. She followed people through divorce, one of the heaviest things an adult ever carries, and she watched what their dreams did with it. What she found should change how you feel about 3 in the morning for the rest of your life. The people who dreamed about the marriage painfully, repeatedly, the dreams nobody would ever ask for were the ones who came through it and recovered. The people whose nights stayed quiet and comfortable stayed stuck the longest. The painful dream was the recovery, happening in real time while they slept. And the science of dreaming sleep explains why. There is one stretch of the night, the dreaming stretch, REM, when the brain runs with its stress chemistry switched off. Sit with what that means. In that one state, and nowhere else in your life, a painful memory can be taken out and gone over while the body's alarm system stays completely quiet. Every coach in this country makes the team watch film of the loss. Monday, lights down, the worst plays of the season running on the screen because in the film room, the hit happens on screen and nobody takes it again. That is what dreaming is. REM is the film room of your life. The argument, the loss, the rising water, the fall the night pulls the heaviest footage you're carrying and runs it, again and again if it has to, in the one room where it cannot hurt you. You have been waking up terrified from your own repair work. So the practice for this part happens at 3 in the morning. Whenever 3 in the morning next comes for you, the next time a bad dream wakes you, stay sitting up a minute, just one, and say what the dream was about, out loud, once. That was about the money. That was about my father. That was about being left, once, into the dark room, in your waking voice. A feeling that gets said out loud in the waking world loses its grip on the dark one, and you are closing the session from your side of it, maybe for the first time in your life. And a dream that has finally been heard does the one thing you would never expect from it. It leaves. Part 7. The night it stops coming back. Some of you have a nightmare with a season ticket, the same hallway, the same rising water, the same exam you haven't studied for, 30 years after your last classroom, and I want to tell you why it keeps its seat and how it gives it up. A dream repeats for the same reason a job stays on a job list. The work is unfinished. The feeling that dream is carrying the dread, the being trapped, the being unready has never found its ending, so the night runs the job again and again. The night finishes what it starts, or it comes back tomorrow and tries once more. A recurring nightmare is a half-done repair that refuses to be abandoned. There is a stubborn faithfulness in that, once you can bear to see it. And here is the hopeful part, and it comes out of real sleep clinics with a plain name: Imagery Rehearsal Therapy. It is an established treatment for recurring nightmares. Doctors use it with people whose dreams have been coming back for years, including people carrying the worst kinds of memory. The method is almost shockingly gentle. While you are awake, daylight, coffee on the table, fully safe, you take the recurring dream and you write it a new ending. The ending you would have chosen. The water goes down. The hallway opens onto a porch you know. Somebody hands you the exam and you find you know every answer. You write that ending down and you rehearse it, awake, on purpose, over the days that follow. That is the whole treatment, and the nightmare loosens its grip. For many people, the dream changes shape, it arrives, finds the new ending waiting for it, and uses it. And then, sometimes after years of faithful returns, it stops coming back at all. Sit with what that says about the night you've been afraid of. The dream wanted an ending. All those returns, all those 3 in the mornings, it was holding the door open, waiting for you to walk through and finish the scene. The moment you supply an ending from the daylight side, it takes it. The work gets marked done, and the worker moves on. Relief, when it comes this way, is quiet. There's no fireworks in it. One ordinary morning, you simply notice the hallway hasn't been back in a while, and you stand in your kitchen feeling lighter and slightly disoriented, like someone who set down a bag they'd carried so long the shoulder forgot it was there. So before you sleep tonight, take one line of paper and write the ending you would rather have. One line. The water goes down and the house holds. I say it to his face and he hears me. I make it home. Then leave that paper face up. Face up matters. A line left face up is a standing request, and the night has been waiting years for you to make one. Which brings us to the last thing I have for you. Because everything in this whole evening, the noticing, the naming, the finishing, the breath, the saying out loud, the written ending comes down to a handful of quiet minutes at the very end of your day. You already know which ones. Part 8. The last 5 minutes of your day. You know the night's one law now, and you know why the truck rides low, so the only thing left to learn is how to unload it. 5 minutes before bed. 3 steps. Tonight. The first step. Hand back the day. At the bedroom door, the same door you've been finishing arguments in front of, stop and end the day out loud. A sentence or two is plenty. That was today, and it's done asking. Anything still unsolved gets the words you've already practiced. Not tonight. The second step, unclench the body. Sitting on the bed, let your teeth come apart. Let the jaw hang loose the way it hasn't dared to in months. Shoulders down off your ears. Both hands open on your knees. You are telling the fighter in you, in the only language it fully trusts, that the round is over. The third step, set one request. One line, spoken or written, face up if you write it. Ask the night for one thing: rest, an answer, an ending, courage for the 9 a.m. thing. You know now that the night works and that it works for you. Give the worker something to work on. That's the ritual. 5 minutes of your evening, and it is the roof over every practice you've gathered tonight, because all of them have been teaching your body a single sentence. Your last 5 minutes of the day decide where you spend the next 8 hours. And the man with the plastic case will keep wearing his guard, and he should. Teeth are worth protecting. But you know now what the guard can never reach. The guard stands watch over the teeth. These 5 minutes of yours stand watch over the sleeper. Keep them tonight, and the fight has no reason to show up. There is nothing left in the ring but a person finally resting. You are the night guard now. The post was yours all along. If you keep only 3 things from tonight, keep these. Where you land is decided by what you are holding when you close your eyes. Your nightmare is on your side. The frightening hours are the loyal ones. And the last 5 minutes of your day belong to you. They always did. Tonight you take them back. And do take them back tonight. This one, the night you're about to have, the door, the jaw, the one request. Then tomorrow morning before you sit up, check your jaw and see what kind of night it was. You have a fence post to plant, and I think you'll be surprised how soon the ground starts giving. I'd love to hear one thing from you, if you're willing to leave it below. What are you setting down at the bedroom door tonight? A word or two is enough. An argument, a number, a name. There is no wrong answer, and you may find that naming it here, where somebody will read it, does some of the work of leaving it there. I read what you write, and whoever comes here next, carrying the same kind of weight and certain they are the only one, will read it too. Your 2 words might be the thing that lets them set theirs down. And if you press play tonight the way tired people tend to late, with the light still on, putting off the night because you already know where it takes you, then this was made for you. And there is more coming from this quiet corner, one evening at a time. You are welcome to stay close for it. Bring the mornings you can't explain. Bring the dreams that keep their season tickets. We will keep going through the dark together, one small doable thing at a time, and none of it will ever ask more of you than 5 minutes of your evening and a little honesty at the bedroom door. My name is Solen. Thank you for spending this evening with me truly. Wherever you've been landing all these years, whatever you've been hauling down there without knowing it, you came by it honestly, and you kept getting up anyway. That was never nothing. That was the strength that never got counted, and tonight it finally went on the books. Tonight, when the light goes off, you're going somewhere. For the first time in a long time, you get a say in where. Sleep well. You know how now.